Guys, I'm Mr. Second Passport, and today we're going to cover our burnings at the stake. Community lynchings. Are they becoming a thing here in Ecuador? So, there's this has always existed in Ecuador, but I feel like it's starting to become a little more prevalent as the violence escalates here in Ecuador. So is the community justice system that often happens, especially in rural Ecuador, particularly with outsiders. Uh, as far as just the locals gang against them. If an outsider, oftentimes a foreigner, is accused of something, uh, then a lot of locals can gang up on them, grab them, tie them up, douse them with gasoline, and burn them right on the stake, right there in the street. No due process. Often the police don't even want to get involved, and it's a pretty nasty situation, right? Pretty sad. And it just happened again this week in the Latacunga area, just south of Quito. Um, you can see really graphic videos online. I won't show them here if you search it, if that's what you're into. But in the little town of Toacaso, two foreign men, presumably from Venezuela or Colombia, were caught doing some type of infraction, right? They wanted to do some robbing or some killing, or they tried to kill someone supposedly, right? Supposedly. And they were apprehended by a big group of people. You can see the videos online. Big group. Even kids were there watching this happen. And they were apprehended, put on the ground, encircled by the locals, primarily indigenous, um, and they were then beat up and then doused in gasoline and burned uh, to death, right? Why does this happen? Well, a lot of locals simply don't have faith in the judicial system in Ecuador. So when they see something bad going on, or supposedly, or they think is bad, then they might want to take justice into their own hands. Um, no due process, no proof, no trials and juries, no lawyers, just a pure instant execution, like what happened in Toacaso this week here in Ecuador. But I mean, this is a thing that's happening and happening. Like this happened a few months ago in the Cuenca area, San Joaquin. Very interesting situation where this guy went into a motel looking for his significant other who was uh, sleeping with another man, supposedly, and he got irate with the receptionist, and the receptionist called the hotel owners, and the owners came with some of their friends, and then the guy started to go away, it seems, and he was caught about 100 meters or so from the hotel. It says here in the article, and there he was ganged up on, beat up, right, and he died from brute force injuries, of being beat up uh, to a beat to a pulp. So again, I mean, this just happened a few months ago in Cuenca, and this one was really unfortunate. On the coast in Playas area in 2018, there was this car that seemed kind of lost, was asking for directions or something, and then it was accused of robbing cell phones, and somehow that became rumors of they were trying to kidnap little kids, and the police actually caught these people, took them to their station, and then a big angry group of people came and literally ransacked the place, took the people, and burned them to death in the street in 2018. So again, this isn't something just isolated to the small, predominantly indigenous towns in the Sierra and the highlands of Ecuador. Also, this can happen on the coast as well. And obviously, this just happened a year ago in Valle de Caracas, also on the coast. Two guys were again burned to death in the street because they were supposedly robbing or doing something bad. I mean, who knows with these community justice systems what they were accused of? Nobody knows. So, again, is this something that you should be worried about if you're living or visiting in Ecuador? I would say, unfortunately, it's on the uptick, this type of thing. And I would say limit your time in these rural settings in Ecuador, if possible. I'm Mr. Second Passport. If you like this, don't subscribe, hit the like button below. Take care.